So in 2016, I was one of the best distance runners in the UK. I was a British half marathon champion twice, and I was running at the World Championships with the likes of Mo Farah. I was on cloud nine. But then disaster struck not long after. My heart started to play up and I was having some issues and I didn't know what was going on. I was due to run the 2016 London Marathon. I was entered in the elite field and that was going to be my marathon debut. It was a new distance for me and I was really, really looking forward to it. Sadly, I had to withdraw. I couldn't do the race. Naturally, I was never going to perform to the level I was. I was having issues where my heart rate wasn't going up and I didn't have an explanation for that. I was seeing the doctor, I was having blood tests and they couldn't get to the bottom of it. So I took some time off, I rested, I chilled out. I just enjoyed the summer and then I built back into training. And soon after, I was in the middle of a 20-mile run and 12 miles in, my heart played up. It shot up to around 300 beats a minute and then it went out of rhythm and it made me collapse. I couldn't get up off the floor, my arms were numb and passers-by were driving by me just looking at me, wondering what I was doing lying on the floor in a pair of shorts. Very strange. Thankfully, someone did stop in the end and managed to ring someone for some help, and soon after I was in the RVI getting defibrillated on my heart to shock it back into rhythm. Wasn't a pleasant experience at all. Taken me a long time to bring those memories out, and yeah, it was a tough time. And I thought that was over. I thought running was done. That was me finished. So I moved on with life. I switched off from running. That was the end of that. I had my heart surgery in March 2017 and had some real dark times around then. I've put them behind me. You put them in a box, you put them away, you forget about it. And that's what I did. And I moved on with life. But then fast forward to 2023, I get Drew asking me to push him in his wheelchair in the Great North Run. And I think, well, okay, I can give this a go. So I did, and I enjoyed it. And it was a great team bond we had. We all loved it. We all had an amazing time, and we achieved something unbelievable for Drew. We got him to the finish line of his first Great North Run, something he wasn't able to do after his accident. So then we had another go the following year, and we ran pretty quick. And off the back of that, we thought, come on, we can do this even faster. Let's get the Guinness World Record. Let's do something amazing. Let's turn some heads. We were joking. We're saying, let's annoy some club runners and whiz by them pushing a wheelchair, because we're all talented guys. We all had big engines on us. From a personal perspective, I was starting to feel a lot better. I was coping with doing some running. So I'd been slowly doing little bits, 5K here and there on the treadmill and a couple of longer 10K runs. And yeah, they weren't fast. They weren't anything to set the world on light, but I was doing it again. I was enjoying it. It was my passion. It's what I loved. So we pushed on and we did a training block thanks to Lewis at Run Through Coach. He set some training for us all and we got in great shape. We're all in about 115 shape, which looking back, I never thought I'd get in that sort of shape ever again. And we got Drew around in 118 in 2 seconds. And we set the Guinness World Record. Who would have thought it? A bunch of 40-year-old has-beens setting a Guinness World Record doing that, running that quick. It was an unbelievable achievement. We were so proud of ourselves. That little fire in my belly, that got me going again. I enjoyed that so much. I thought, you know what, I want more of this. And I thought, I never did that marathon in 2016. I was meant to run London. I was meant to do a marathon and I didn't. So you know what, I'm going to do one. So I entered Chester Marathon. And I mean, I only entered 10 days before the race. I hadn't done a marathon build-up. I think my longest run was 14 miles, something like that, in the Great North Run build-up. Oh, I'm just going to give it a go. So I went out and ran 20 miles and just to see what it felt like. And I loved it. I enjoyed it. So off I went. I did Chester Marathon and you'll see from the video, it went so well. Through 12 miles, 5:59 average, baby. Not bad. Let's just keep it together now. I think we're on for 2:35, which is 25 minutes ahead of expected. Ah well, when in Rome.
Yeah, well done.
And I was running within myself, I was enjoying it. And to run 2:33, messing about, chatting with Piersy, my mate, that opened my eyes a little bit and thought, you know what, there's more here. I've coped, my body's held up, I'm fit, I'm healthy, I'm happy. I want to push on, I want to do something else. So I looked at Chicago Marathon, that's October. I've entered that, I've confirmed for that. But I needed something in between. So I thought, well, you know what, let's see if I can get in London. And thankfully I got into London, I got a spot. And there's my goal, there it was, London Marathon, the race I should have done 10 years ago. So I've linked up with my old coach, he's helping me out and I'm training as hard as I possibly can for this. I'm giving it everything. So here I am buying £260 pair of shoes just to try and find an extra few minutes. And when I was in Start Fitness getting my shoes, they suggested, well, if you like the Pumas so much, why don't you apply to their Project 3? And I had no idea what that was. And I looked it up online, and it's an initiative set up by Puma where they group together 100 athletes for London, 100 athletes for Boston, and they give them the sub-elite experience. Everything I used to do when I was competing. They give you coaching, nutrition advice, footwear advice, psychological advice. They give you all your kit, they give you your shoes. They even go to the point of like what I was discussing about in a previous video about contracts. They offer you time bonuses, performance bonuses. The person who runs the biggest personal best gets paid. The person who is the fastest overall athlete of the group gets paid. Everyone who runs a personal best by 3 minutes or more gets paid. And that's unbelievable to give athletes in that, it's probably like a 220 to 3 hour window for the males, to give them that opportunity to earn. It's a lot of money. It's thousands of dollars for these bonuses, and to give them that opportunity is unbelievable. That's game changing for guys who slog it out and get nothing in return. So I put my application in and kept my fingers crossed, and I'm proud to say I've been accepted. I'm a part of the Puma's Project 3. And I cannot wait to represent the brand at London Marathon. And I'm not just saying that. I can't put into words what it means to have somebody just believes in me again. I used to be good, and then I was just riding from Newcastle after that, just living a normal life. Yeah, to turn up to a race as a sponsored athlete again. That's me gone full circle. I'm becoming who I used to be. And yeah, I'm not going to be running as fast as I used to be, but that was my personality. That was me, and I lived and breathed athletics. I spent my whole life training and racing and traveling and competing. That's in my blood. And yeah, to be given that opportunity again, just want to say thank you, Puma. I think the fastest guy last year was about 2:16 at London. So I'm going to train hard. I'm going to go out 2:16 pace and hope for the best. So yeah, basically I need to run a 3-minute personal best if I want to get paid. That means, what did I run Chester? 2:33.20, something like that. So I need to run 2:30.20, hit my time bonus, but I ain't running at that pace. I'm going out hard. I'm going for it. I'll be putting my balls on the line, and I will be going as hard as I possibly can. I want to win that thing. So on that note, I'm away out for a 10-mile progression run in the wind, and oh, it's not raining. Finally, not raining. Yeah, I'm going for a 10-mile progression run. 5:30 per mile down to 5:10 per mile. Should be tasty. Looking forward to it. I'll see you in the next video.